Hypermine.
G'day fellow miners and welcome back to the Hypermine server. My name is Armitage and this is episode 14. I was going to say 1-4 for some reason, but episode 14 in my Feed the Beast series. It has actually been quite some time since I've recorded anything. This is probably going to, like, I'll record this and it'll probably go up a week after I record it because I'm so slack. But I have done a few bits and pieces I wanted to show you guys. Firstly, if you remember, the last episode I released was just a really quick tour, which was about 15 minutes long, and I said I was going to replace the assembly table system, and I have done that. Basically what I've got here is a couple of these plasma generators getting fed helium plasma from my big tank, and then these feed into an energy bridge which has an IC2 extreme voltage consumer and 2 BC producers, and this thing outputs, the two of them, about I don't know, 800 or so MJ per tick, more than enough to fill all of these cubes, and then all of these cubes are hooked together as you can see, and they send power into all the lasers, which are on the top and bottom. Then I have the 5 tables again, which have ME interfaces underneath them and have recipes, preset recipes in them, and I can just call for whatever I want from my terminal. So if I want, let's say I want a diamond autarkic gate, or I want 10 diamond autarkic gates. I don't think I'll ever need 10 diamond autarkic gates. Let's just do 1, and then we jump up here. We'll see that the table goes to work and it does the various bits and pieces it needs to do. You can see it's working on a different table here, creating the various components, and it looks like it's done. We go down and type in gate again. There we go, there's a diamond autarkic gate. So that's the table. Oh, that's interesting. How is this empty? It's no longer a tank for some reason. Oh, what happened there? Oh. Okay, not sure what happened there, but I just right clicked on that tank and all my stuff disappeared. And then I ended up with weird things in my inventory. Okay. Oh. I'm just going to relog very quickly and I will be right back. Okay, I'm not sure what happened there, but the tank looks like it's back again. I hope that doesn't turn out to be a problem, because I have heard from some other guys on the server that Zycraft tanks have corrupted their chunk, or a chunk that they're in, so it would be very bad if that happened. I might have to, although I've had this tank here for a long time and nothing's happened. Anyway, I put in a second, like a lava tank here. This is basically for the product of these bees here, and then I have a little overflow valve which sends the additional lava that I get to these centrifuges, and they create copper and tin and electrum and tungsten dust, and they are just powered by a plasma generator. They've got they're slightly overclocked. If we I don't have, oh yes, there we go. Yeah, so they have 2 overclock upgrades, 3 transformer upgrades, and 2 battery upgrades. Pardon me. So that's the assembly table and a tank of lava. Actually, I might just quickly, because when I go into the overworld, I need to switch my graphics to fast, because the trees there for some reason just absolutely destroy my frame rate. I put a little back surrounding around my portal, my automated portal setup, and left little access ways so I can access the turtles and the computer should I need to. And if you're interested, go back to, I believe it is episode 12 or 11, and I have a link to a paste bin for the programs for the advanced computer and the turtles, and I'm probably going to do a tutorial on how to set it up and where to put everything, so yeah, to keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested in working with computer craft to set up one of these portals. But onward to what I was going to talk about today in this episode. I have been working in the laboratory. Now, if you look in the bottom right corner, when all the console spam disappears, it says Aura 1152 of 1152. Now, I have had to remove the crystal clusters from around my artificially created node. Now I grew a whole bunch of these silverwood trees one after the other to build up the node from nothing to 1100, and then I put crystal clusters, about 20 some crystal clusters around the outside of this, to get it so that it would regenerate Viz. But the problem with that is that the crystal clusters boost the aura up 10% above its max, and then it starts to create flux when that happens. Now, that in itself isn't really much of an issue, but if we look out here, you will see that, we go over here, you'll see that all the surrounding nodes have been affected, and you can see there's lots and lots of, oh look, a floating witch. Oh no, it's just because the thing hasn't loaded properly. Lots and lots of wisps around here, and there's witches kicking around. Like there was a witch here before. Bam! So he just zapped the crap out of me. As you can see, there's loads of wisps all around. Now that in itself is not a problem either, and it's actually somewhat of a benefit, because having all these wisps here means that the mob cap in the nether is reached, and I'm not sure why this happens, but it's something to do with the way chunks are handled now in this new new pack. Anyway, having all of these wisps around, there's not hundreds and hundreds of them, but you can see the entity cap if you look there in next to the E where it says I'm looking at 4 out of 80 something. Then the entity cap in the nether is about 90, so it's about where it is now. And all of these wisps spawned around here, they're keeping the vast majority of the nether spawn free, which is not a bad thing, but I don't really like the idea of having all this flux spilling into the atmosphere. So what I have done, and I've used what I've done, I'll go down here actually. I'm not sure whether I covered this, but I think I may have in maybe episode 12. This is a specific alveary set up to breed bees that can't be bred in the nether. So yeah, I use the different alveoli blocks, and in this case I've got back here I've got fans and hydro regulators to give this alveoli the same climate as the overworld. So you can see it's normal temperature and normal humidity, whereas ordinarily if we go over here to this fellow, you'll see that the temperature is hellish and humidity is arid, that's the highest temperature and that's the lowest humidity. I also have these alveoli light blocks in here so that I can use non-nocturnal bees. And then I have these frame housings in 6 frame housings in each one. These are empty at the moment because I've been doing stuff with this. And a single mutator block which I can put nether stars in. Which give me a 100% chance at mutation. So what I've been doing is I have been working on, let me see if they're, these bees here for a start. These are bred from, I don't know if I can take, I'll just do that. So these bees are part of the thormic bees section. So they're made out of, like, there's a lot of different breeds involved. Aware and arcane, and aware bees are made using demonic princesses and Edenic drones, and you know, you can look up the the breeding lines for each of those online, or you can get this awesome NEI add-on that tells you how to breed, tells you how to breed each bee. And what I've been aiming at is, and I've been using my machines, here we go, to breed them to super status. Wrong machine. Still doing some Edenic drones. Yep, cool. This is what I want. And I'm going to throw these guys in here. And Edenic drones have a special trait on them, or a special, what do they call it? The aura, which give you XP. But anyway, then Edenic drones were part of the whole breeding of these pure drones. So what I've been doing is and here we have some nice super Viz drones. So what I've been doing is breeding these guys up, because what these guys do, these pure bees, is they cleanse nodes of flux, as far as I can tell. They cleanse nodes of flux. Pardon me. And they convert the flux into crystallized essence, I think it's called. Let's check this out. Yeah, so they produce these things, these crystallized aspects, that's it. And the crystallized aspects actually contain the aspect of this. So a crystallized mutatio aspect contains one mutatio. So it's really good for Thorncraft, because obviously, you know, you can get a whole bunch of all of these different aspects. You can just tailor how much of any aspect you want, which is really cool, and it could lead to me doing an almost completely automated Thorncraft system. Now, what was I doing? Yes, so we need to make him fast to match that. Okay. So that's like a secondary thing that I wanted to do with, I wonder if this is going to join. No, it's not. Even though they're pretty much the same, they're not going to combine for some reason. I think because they're from different princesses. We'll go down here and we're going to place, okay, I'm going to put these in here. Don't need chocolate frames in there anymore. The other thing that these Visbees produce is this, I think it's called an Intellect Drop, or I'm sort of bouncing all over the place. Yeah, there we go. Intellect Drop, and you can combine these Intellect Drops with a glass bottle, and you can make a bottle o enchanting. And I've already got the recipe in, so I can just say create one, and it creates a bottle of o enchanting, and it works like the the bottle o enchanting you get from creative mode. So that, not really that useful considering Edenic bees just give you the XP, and I have the XP farm down there, but still it's kind of a cool idea. I can maybe like set up a dispenser and prank someone by firing XP bottles at them. Not that it's much of a prank, but still it's kind of cool. I'll put this in here. I wonder if it'll combine. No. So that's what I've been working on, and mainly because I want to put the crystal clusters, these crystal clusters, back down in the Arboretum area down there. So yeah, not really much else to talk about this episode. I've shown the fusion reactor. I showed the fusion reactor last episode. It's been working quite well. As you can see, I've got lots and lots of UU matter. Oh, that's interesting. These are full. I wonder what they're full of. Wrong thing. Let's have a look and see what's... I moved some stuff around. Let's have a look. Nope, that's not what I want. This one. We'll go by... Yeah, I've got 3 million sand. Wow. I don't know where all that sand is coming from, but that's a lot of sand. I could probably get rid of quite a bit of that sand. Because I've got this thing over here that makes, I think it must be coming from me centrifuging something. Anyway, I'll sort that out because I don't want to fill my whole thing up with 3 million sand. Yeah, I don't really have much more to discuss about this. We might go to the hub, which is obviously this place here, and it's raining. And we'll go and have a look at now. Critical Error came here and he said, oh, I'm tired of like bringing my own redstone stuff, so he put this fairly archaic and ugly solution of sticking a hopper on top of each of these magma crucibles, and then a wooden pipe and a deep store, which meant you had to bring stuff anyway to top the deep stores up. So it wasn't really a sustainable solution, and no offense, it was really ugly and I can't stand hoppers. I hate hoppers. They're so buggy, they crash. Like, you put them on certain stuff and it crashes the whole server. And I really preferably, if I had... Why is there torches in here all the time? It doesn't need to be. Stop putting torches in here, guys. There's lights. Yeah. What was I saying? Oh, it wasn't a sustainable solution. It used hoppers, and I hate hoppers. They're archaic and horrible, and they crash servers, and they're buggy, and if it was up to me, I'd have hoppers removed. But the guys, for some reason, have this thing for hoppers, and I don't know why, because they're kind of rubbish. So I decided to put in a renewable system that allows these things to get filled up automatically. And underneath here, and I can't really, let's see, here we go. Underneath here I have a Witch and Enderman spawner. Oh, that's going to end up getting destroyed. Let's put on our night vision, which has just got a drop down here to, yeah, that block, that, damn it, that's gone. It's just a big long drop down to a filter. So when they hit this, actually I should block, I need to block this up because they might be hitting that and then the stuff might fall down here. Yeah, I need to block all this up. Anyway, so what happens is they fall onto this filter. The filter picks up the items that they drop, which is obviously, you know, ender pearls, glass bottles, glowstone, redstone, sticks, blah blah blah. It puts them into this pipe. This pipe goes past a filter which filters out the redstone, the glowstone and the ender pearls and sends it to this item tesseract at the back, which is set to House of MJ, and everything else goes through this restrictive tube and into this incinerator, and gets destroyed. So it basically means that only the redstone, glowstone and dust, ender pearls, sorry, are picked up or, you know, sent back to the ME system, which is here. And anyone can help themselves to glowstone. Well, I mean, I guess anyone can help themselves to any of these, but I've got free glowstone dust here, and you can just take it out by right clicking on the screen, or you can just go in and grab it out of the system itself. So that's a like totally self-sufficient, like never have to worry about topping stuff up system for supplying redstone, dust and ender pearls to our magma crucibles. Because I really didn't like the solution that Critical Error put. It just wasn't tidy and clean and self-sustaining. Ooh, there we go. That's good. So I'm just going to fix up these holes and stuff that I made and sort things out. And that'll be it for the episode today, guys. Another sort of short one, I guess. Maybe not. It might have been 30 minutes long. Might have been 10 minutes long. I don't know. But that's pretty much it for today. Thank you for watching and keep on digging.